Hello, students. In looking at the role of government in business and capitalism versus communism in our textbook, the first two chapters, the central theme of our textbook, the recurring question throughout the course is, to what extent should government be involved in the regulation of business? And what is the role of business in modern society? Right-wing conservatives like Ayn Rand will argue that the only purposes of government are police, military defense, and the court system, and the government should not meddle in the regulation of business or in our individual liberties in any other way. But realistically, a pure free market system cannot exist. There must be some degree of regulation in a free market system. For example, would you still buy your groceries at the grocery store if you did not know that there was a Food and Drug Administration that was inspecting that food and ensuring that you were buying decent, edible quality food? Would you still buy drugs at the pharmacy if you did not know that there was a Food and Drug Administration that worked to see that drugs were effective and safe? Would you buy stock on the New York Stock Exchange if you did not know that there was a Securities and Exchange Commission that was trying to prevent fraud from the people who are seeking your investment money? You probably would not be able to engage in these economic activities if it wasn't for the fact that there's some degree of government regulation that is needed. Nor can we, even someone like me who is a conservative, we cannot claim that the free market system is anywhere near to perfect and could not be improved. If the free market system, which I do believe is the single most democratic and best system of government evolved to date, but we cannot claim that it's perfect when we look at facts like these. If the American free market system is the greatest political economic system that will ever exist, then why is America ranked only 8th in the industrialized world in quality of life? Why is America ranked way low in basic happiness of its people, ranked in fact below such countries as Denmark, Costa Rica, and Singapore? Why is America only 4th in gross domestic product? Why is America ranked first among the industrialized nations in percentage of population living below the poverty line? Why is America's infant mortality rate ranked the highest among industrialized nations? Why is America's life expectancy the lowest among industrialized nations, except for Ireland and Denmark? Obviously, there is some room available for improvement even in a free market system like America. So what are the important questions to be asking now? Is it truly still a legitimate question to be asking, should a free market system be completely free of government regulation? Or should there be any government regulation at all of a free market system? I think, like the authors of our text think, that ship has already sailed. That's no longer the big question. There's going to be some degree of regulation of our free market system by government. That regulation is never going to go completely away, and nor should it. It probably shouldn't ever go away. So what are the key questions now? I would assert that the key questions are how and where do we find an acceptable balance between clearly beneficial free market system and clearly needed system of government regulation. And perhaps a second question, which may end up being even more important than that, is, now that we know that we're going to have some degree of government regulation of the free enterprise system, how do we improve the administration of government so that we minimize governmental incompetence, corruption, abuse of power, and excessive interference in our private and business lives? How do we clean up our government so that what government regulation we do have to endure is just, fair, equitable? These are the key questions that we should be asking in a democratic free market system today.